They're all coming through so fast. I'll go through this one. Okay, put this one on the screen. Okay, so we're going to do the star signs for the next 7 days, next 7-day forecast for all of the star signs. We're going to start with Leo because it is Leo season, new moon and Leo energy we're working with to get your manifestations going. Let's see what we have for beautiful Leo. Happy birthday, my Leos. Happy birthday season. Messages, signs, and guidance for the next 7 days for Leos. Okay. Now, Leos, you have a decision to make in the next 7 days. There's a very intense energy coming through for you. Processing this energy may lead you to having a little bit of an emotional introspection. You may want to just do this quietly. You don't want to do it with anyone else watching you. You want to make sure that you are processing what you need to process, how you need to process it away from, you know, the shining light or the peering lights from other people, because that's going to help you really calibrate what decision you do want to make moving forward. Now, whatever you do make, it's going to make you happy. Whatever decision you make is going to make you happy, really, really happy, emotional, fulfilling. It's going to happen very quickly for you. It's going to lead you to a nugget of financial investment, but the financial investment may come at a sacrifice or a loss, short term. Long term, it'll pay off. So someone may disappoint you short term. If there is a business deal or if there is a partnership or a network to be made, Leos, you might find yourself in a position where, okay, I'm getting in there, I'm doing this, and so said that they're going to go in partnership with me. Let's do that. And then, you know, 2 months in, it starts to happen. And then, oh, okay, it's actually, they're not pulling their weight, so now I'm going to have to take control. But when you take control, you create an abundance of the situation. So that's good. So we're going to do, that is the Leo. I should have put the Leo up. So keep doing your star signs up there for me, guys, and I'll put them on the screen and what we're doing next. Oh, very interesting. So the jumper just there was the 10 of Wands. Very interesting. The jumper's coming out today. So now we're going to go through for the Virgos. Where are my Virgos? Beautiful Virgos. Messages, signs, and guidance for the next 7 days for Virgos. Virgos, next 7 days. Virgos, 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 next 7 days. Where are my Virgos? Virgos. Next 7 days for Virgos. Okay, typical. In true style, Virgos have a tendency to have issues with sleep, especially the female Virgos. So I think of you all when you know, I'm sleeping and think, oh gosh, you poor Virgos, you know, you're just used to it, right? But there is more trouble when it comes to overthinking with Virgos in the next 7 days. And you may actually find yourself having this overthinking analytical brain of yours going, you know, just a little bit more. It's like almost like your analytical brain has been injected with an espresso shot times 10. So be as grounded as you possibly can be. Surround yourself with people who are very grounded, very sensible, very reasonable, because you have this beautiful analytical brain, but in some ways it can actually be your curse, Virgo, where you can overthink things and almost manifest and generate some anxiety for yourself. So be very aware of you thinking something, because when you think something, you naturally progress it into feeling. And if it's not a good thought, it's definitely not going to work into a good feeling. So be kind to yourself on that level. It will all start here with your analytical brain. Now, there is a partnership and teamwork and maybe even some romance going on. Maybe someone's having a nice little date. Maybe you're starting to see someone, or maybe you're reigniting a little bit of a camaraderie or partnership within your existing relationship. That's going to be absolutely beautiful and be very welcome. Very, very welcome. Make sure you are looking after your spiritual element as well, because in the next 7 days, the human 3D element will be very confronting for you to deal with. So make sure you are actually grounding, meditating, connecting with your spiritual side and looking after yourself, spiritually speaking. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to go through for Libra. Libra, the next 7 days for Libra. 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 Oh, emotional beginnings. Ooh, okay. We're feeling really happy about something. This is looking really good. Now, there is an ending. there is a major ending. I'm not going to sugarcoat this for you, Libra. There is a major ending coming through for you. But what the process is here is there's going to be a beautiful emotional connection. There's going to be a lot of emotional abundance, maybe even a little bit of, hey, I've been out of sorts for a while with a friend or with a family member or with a partner. I really wanted to connect with you. How about we do this? And I feel like it's actually them approaching you. So this is really nice. You don't have to do much work. So they're going to come to you and you'll be like, oh, this is wonderful. This is exactly what I've been craving. Really needed to have a catch up with you, my friend. Really needed to bond with you, my partner, my husband, my wife, all of that. Let's work on making sure the family life is doing really well. The domestic life is going to be plodding along quite nicely, which is perfect for you. You'll really enjoy that. But Libra, make sure that there's please, you have a tendency at times to overtrust a situation or overtrust a scenario. Make sure that you're embracing something with your intuition, not with your intellect, because please forgive me, but sometimes the intellect can run amok a little bit for Libras because you are ruled by the scales, and sometimes to make a decision it's actually quite challenging. So you might use your head instead of your heart, and that's never going to work out for the best. Okay, you always have to trust your heart, but knowing what your heart is saying is about quieting your mind and really trusting yourself. So make sure you do listen to your intuition. If you do, you're going to have a really good outcome with that 10 of Cups here. But there is genuinely an ending, okay, with the Devil and the Death card there, genuinely an ending there taking place. Not all endings are bad, guys, so don't fear it, but it's almost like, okay, a chapter in my life is completing. Now I'm moving on to the new chapter, and I'm going to make it what I want to make it. Make sure you are in the driver's seat and you're not in the back seat for your new venture, because it's genuinely your new venture, okay? Now we're going to go through for Scorpio. Okay, where are my Scorpios? I need a Scorpio one to hop up here. Even if you're not a Scorpio, can you write Scorpio? I'll put it up on the screen. All right. So we're going to go through for Scorpio. Messages, signs, and guidance for the next 7 days for Scorpio. I need a Scorpio. I need a Scorpio on the screen. Messages, signs, and guidance for Scorpio. Thank you very much, Renee. Scorpio. Next 7 days for Scorpio. Next 7 days for Scorpio. 7-day forecast for Scorpio. Okay. There's a contract. Oh, okay. This is typical. So Scorpios are the highest and most psychic and spiritual, in tune, all of that, auspicious as well in the zodiac, especially feminine Scorpios. They're very much so they're like the top of the top. So there's a lot of energy there. So the High Priestess is your first card there. Very interesting. Now you might be looking to expand your finances and sign some contracts. There are partnerships, deals on your mind. Now Scorpios, you'll be looking at chasing your finances as well. It seems to be a theme here. Are you okay, babe? Okay. Okay. So Scorpios, it seems to be a theme here for you where, well, actually, across the board, where people are looking at their money and choosing to use their money more wisely. How can they actually... Okay. Sorry, guys. So making sure that you are making good decisions with your money and really planning and forecasting, like, okay, well, if I do this, then what will that be the consequence? If I do that, then will that work out for me? So really planning, making sure that you are only trusting people yourself. That this is interesting if the Scorpio is interacting with Libra and the Libra is interacting with Scorpio or Leo, maybe interesting, because you have the 10 of Swords there, which is an absolute completion, but it's about finalizing a deal because it's reached a dead end. So Scorpios really look at what is coming to an end in your life and what is having a new beginning. And I did a little talk last night on my YouTube channel talking about investing and emotional investment time and stuff like that, and what actually is giving you a good return. So Scorpios, based on your reading, you actually might benefit from watching that video, making sure that you are getting a return on your investment. And who do you have in your life? Who do you have in your circles? And are they bringing value for your plan for yourself? Because if people are in your life that don't agree with you or are supporting your plan for yourself, then they're just, if they're not helping you, they're hindering you. You know what I mean? So be aware of that, Scorpio, because I know you don't want anyone in your circles that are not going to be completely fantastic for you. Very much a Scorpio thing. So we're going to go through and go on to a Sagittarius. Saggies, let's do Saggies. Yay, Leah. Saggies for the next 7 days. Saggies for the next 7 days. Oh, the school kids are coming. Saggies next 7 days. Sagittarius, next 7 days. Okay, don't allow yourself to be too stagnant. Get out of the house. Make sure you're not having too many pajama days. Make sure that you are feeling a little bit more motivated, even if you have to kick yourself up the bum. Really, really important to get that energy going. Otherwise, you'll find when life becomes a little bit more normal, or when things are happening in your life and you get invited to places to do things, to, you know, you have the actual need or the urgency to do something to bring balance, that will be more of like a, whoa, okay, I'm thrown back into the system, I'm thrown back into the ring of things and the routine, and it's actually going to be hard for you to recalibrate that and get back into the rhythm of life. I don't know why they're saying that, but the cards are saying that it's important for you to come back to planet Earth and kind of make sure that you're having a good balance and not all just relaxing, not all just doing one thing. Make sure there is a variety of spice of life, right? Very important. Okay, so we're going to go through for Capricorn. Capricorns, where are my Capricorns? I need a Capricorn to put on the screen. Capricorn, next 7 days, 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 Capricorn. Can I have Capricorn, please, on the screen? Where are my cappies? I need a cappy. Yeah, thank you, Tina. Okay, so Capricorn, next 7 day forecast for the Capricorns. Major transformation, even a little bit of a travel going on here. Okay, things might feel like they're at a standstill, but they're about to take a very sharp right turn. And that right turn is going to lead you to moving and shaking, and maybe even a little bit of travel away from home. It's going to feel like things have been a bit stagnant. It really does, and it might feel that way, but there is a transformational energy on every layer of your life, and that's going to lead you to feeling very victorious, especially in love and in work. Your home life could afford some changes, but little changes, like make sure you're changing the furniture around, make sure you're, you know, changing up your eating habits a little bit, just a little bit of variety. But other than that, Capricorns, you're looking really good. There's a little bit of confusion about a choice to be made, but you don't have to rush that decision. You might even have another 2 months before you have to make that decision. So don't stress about that, Capricorns. Allow it to play out the next 7 days. More time might provide more information for you to be comfortable about making a decision about that in the future. So don't stress, enjoy your travels. Travel safe. Okay. Now we're going to go to the Aquarius. Where are the Aquarius? Where's my Aquariuses? Where are my Aquarius? Yay. Where are my Aquarius? Okay. Next 7 days for my Aquariuses. Okay. Next 7 day forecast for Aquarius. Next 7 day forecast for Aquarius. Next 7 day forecast for Aquarius. I need an Aquarius. Aquarius. I need it to be written on there. Are you okay, babe? I need an Aquarius. Jenny, thank you so much. Aquarius. Messages, signs, and guidance. Next 7 day forecast for Aquarius. Okay. Oh, there's a move about you. Oh, love, move, destruction. This is a mixed bag for Aquarius. Okay, so Aquarius, we have a move coming through for you. Now, this is either you starting a new job or a new project at work, or you physically moving home. Now, there is a change of energy. It's going to be a change of dynamic, but in a very positive way. This also ushers in a new phase in your love life. It's very nice, very, very nice that there is a new beginning all round for you. Now, Aquarius is a fixed sign. You guys don't necessarily love or embrace change unless you're at the forefront of actually making it happen. So don't shy away from it too much. Just embrace it, enjoy it, and yeah, move forward with it with grace. Now, be warned that there might be something that happens quite quickly and abruptly. Now, if it is out of your control, it might really bother you. But going with the flow rather than fighting it will be very important for your experience to be as good as what it can be. And that such is life. You know, some things happen and we can't really control that. So I'm going to move on to the beautiful Aquarius. Good boy. So Pisces. Okay, Bev, thank you so much. Pisces. All right, next 7 day forecast for Pisces. Okay. Okay, Pisces have a little bit of travel going on for them, which is really nice. Maybe exploring foreign lands, maybe being away from home somewhere. But this is really beautiful. This is kind of like a home away from home, feeling like you're exploring something, exploring new options. This travel or this new venture that you will experience in Pisces over the next 7 days will really lay the foundations or have some seeds sown in you of going, okay, well, can I actually make a change in my life when I return home? What are the changes I need to make? Because I'm actually really enjoying this. Can I incorporate this change or this realization in my life that I've learned now on this trip or on my trip that I will have into my life when I return home? Now, a little bit of defensive energy about some decisions that you might be making, but that's neither here nor there. You own yourself, you own your position, you own your decisions, and it is your life. So make sure that you're really protecting yourself, Pisces, and enjoying the ride. That's really beautiful. Where are my Aries? Okay, beautiful Aries. Okay, going to Aries now. 7-day forecast for Aries. Okay, moving away from something that's not really working out for you is going to take courage. It's going to take assertiveness, and it's going to take really effective communication and how you tell and inform your circles, okay, your networks. How do you tell your friends and family? How do you tell your clients? How do you tell your people that, hey, look, actually, this isn't working for me. I'm making a change, and this is just how it's going to be. You might feel like you having to, balance on a tightrope when it comes to delivering this information, but at the end of the day, you have to do it. Rip it off like a Band-Aid. Very important that you do that, because as you move forward, you're going to be embracing more of your spiritual side, with that Hierophant there, and really kind of committing to yourself. You're recalibrating your priorities and making sure that you are number one, and rewriting your future for yourself, which is very nice, Aries. Enjoy that, embrace that, and go for it. Don't take on board how other people react to that, and if you're making changes that are going to inconvenience other people, that's not your problem, okay? Go for it. You've got a good future there. So then we're going to go for, I need a Taurus. Okay, Taurus. Next 7 days, Taurus. Next 7 days, Tamika. You've been with me for a while, lovely Tamika. So next 7 days for Taurus. Next 7 days for Taurus. Ooh, very interesting. A little bit haphazard there. So balancing financial decisions will need to be really watched and under lock and key kind of thing. Taurians have a tendency to kind of go big or go home. Now, in the next 7 days, it's not a bad thing for you to really look at just baby steps, little things. So watch your finances. If you don't need to spend it, don't spend it, okay? There will be travel involved for Taurians. There will be maybe a little bit of a heartache when it comes to a family member or a friend having something going on for them. And when Taurians can't control something or fix something, then they find it really hard to process that emotion. So allow yourself to lean on people when you need to, Taurians, in order to, process your emotions, maybe even speak to a professional. That would be really important. There is travel also coming through for you as well towards the end of the week. But it's more about, okay, I've put this through, I've processed my emotions, and now I need to breathe through that and do what I need to do. Yeah, coming through. Okay, you're lucky last. Who have you got lucky last? I think Gemini is our lucky last. Oh, no, Cancerian. So where are my Geminis? Okay, really got to go soon. Okay, Geminis. Where are my Geminis? Next 7 day forecast for Geminis. Next 7 day forecast for Geminis. Oh, we have a jumper for Geminis. Very interesting. 6 of Swords for Geminis. There's Jolene. Thank you so much, Jolene. Okay. 7 days for Geminis. Yeah, fast-paced energy. Very fast. 7 day for Geminis, guys, you will need to really weigh up a major decision. Now, this is a formal decision. It has documents attached to it. This is going to be very much a almost legally binding decision. Don't fear it, embrace it. Make sure you are going at it with a lot of energy, a lot of vigor, and using a lot of assertive energy. There might be a little bit of a trip in the next 7 days for the Geminis out there, but it's going to be like a little weekend away, something very nice for you to just relax and recalibrate yourself, which is really beautiful. You've earned it. You've earned it. Okay. And then lucky last, we're going to do the beautiful Cancerians. Where are my Cancerians? There's Colleen. Okay. Messages, signs, and guidance for the next 7 days for Cancerians. Cancers. When I started this, guys, there was no one in the park, and now school has come out, and school is very much out for the day. So Cancerians, next 7 days. Beautiful, an abundance, owning your own self, owning your future. Yeah, something to celebrate, maybe even longing or missing someone. Nothing major, but just kind of, you know, when absence makes the heart grow fonder kind of energy. So this is lovely. There might be a reunification, maybe someone coming back into your life where you haven't seen them or heard from them for a while, and you're looking to reconnect and really build on that friendship or connection. Some things might need to be moved around with the home, but more so around the garden. So if you need to re-landscape or move some plants around to make your life easier, your attention might be focused on that. There's nothing too much with Cancerians that need to be written home about. It's more about enjoying the phase and growing your financial abundance, which looks very promising. Very nice. Just enjoying your own space and your own time, which is very important for Cancerians at the moment. Okay. Beautiful, guys. If you do need a private session, you know where to find me. I hope to have hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. I'm running my course tomorrow, so if you're going to be there with me, I can't wait to see you. And if not, I'll see you next week, same time, same place, and it'll be our little date. Let me make sure. Thanks so much for being with me, guys. I love it when you join me. So I'm sending you lots of love. Bye for now.